Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Activision Blizzard just revealed their Q2 2023 financials, and obviously I'm extremely interested in how Blizzard is doing in particular. Less so about Activision or the Candy Crush the King part, but Blizzard. What's going on with Blizzard? In this video, I'm going to take a look at everything the report reveals about Blizzard. So first of all, each of our business units grew net bookings year over year in the second quarter. Blizzard delivered its first 1 billion net bookings quarter, following the record-setting launch of Diablo 4, Blizzard's fastest-selling title to date. Okay, Blizzard 1 billion in a single quarter for the very first time, Diablo 4, a stunning success. And then there is some praise for live operations as a business model, but from those you can't separate Blizzard from Activision and King. Then another important theme for Blizzard, and of course for the company as a whole, the Microsoft transaction. The Microsoft transaction, the original deadline was yesterday and the deal has not been closed. So they have agreed on an extension actually. On July 18th, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft entered into an agreement waiving certain rights to terminate the merger agreement if the merger has not been consummated prior to October 18th, 2023. So Activision Blizzard managed to get some more concessions about the deal in order to extend the deadline. The deadline was now extended because while the deal has been approved almost everywhere in the United States, the preliminary injunctions to stop the deal have all been denied, so Microsoft could close it based on the US. In the UK, the CMA has been a vehement opponent, but Microsoft and the CMA are currently undergoing some additional negotiations and it looks good. It looks very likely that this deal is going to be closed during August, because CMA should have their final opinion on Microsoft's updated proposal by the end of August and likely before that date. So I still fully expect the Microsoft transaction to go through. What that's going to mean for Blizzard, I hope many good things from that, but still not closed quite yet. Then further details about Blizzard. In the second quarter, Blizzard segment revenue grew over 160% year over year, and operating income more than tripled year over year, each setting new quarterly records driven by the launch of Diablo 4. As of the end of second quarter, Diablo 4 had sold through more units than any other Blizzard title at an equivalent stage of release. Over 10 million players experienced Diablo 4 in June, playing for over 700 million hours, and retention trends for the title are particularly strong. I mean, wow. Launch of Diablo 4 marks the start of a live service plan designed to deeply engage the Diablo community, create opportunities for continued player investment. First quarter season beginning July 20, brings new teams, content. Blizzard is also making strong progress on expansions that will deliver major new features and continue the game's acclaimed narrative for many years to come. Okay, following the launch of Diablo 4, Blizzard also saw increased engagement in Diablo Immortal. Alright. Elsewhere on mobile, Warcraft, Arclight Rumble mentioned, Torille. An action strategy game internally developed at Blizzard continues to progress through testing ahead of its regional soft launch. Yeah, we should see something happening with the game by the end of summer, but we'll see. But then, Blizzard continued to engage the Overwatch and Warcraft communities with live operations in the second quarter. While engagement and player investment in Overwatch 2 declined sequentially in the quarter, the Overwatch team is looking forward to the August 10 release of Overwatch 2 Invasion. This will be the largest seasonal update yet. World of Warcraft team delivers more content faster than ever before, following the November release of Dragonflight, and subscriber retention in the West remains higher than at the equivalent stage of recent modern expansions. Remains higher, but lowering play numbers for Overwatch, lowering play numbers for World of Warcraft, no mention at all about Hearthstone. I just don't know much about what's going on with Hearthstone, but Warcraft Arclight Rumble was mentioned, and it's mainly Diablo that's making the money for Blizzard right now. And when you put that money into numbers, well, Blizzard segment net revenues for Blizzard for 3 months ending in June 30th, $1,058 million, more than $1 billion, 409 million operating income compared to 1 year ago when the numbers were 401 million net revenues and 94 million operating income. So, wow, these are fantastic numbers, but they are largely carried by the Diablo franchise, because we can see a couple of a little bit worrying things when we look deeper into the numbers. First of all, we have this statement about Overwatch League. As previously disclosed, our collaborative arrangements for our professional esports leagues continue to face headwinds. During the second quarter, we amended certain terms for our collaborative arrangements with team entities participating in the Overwatch League. According to amended terms, following the conclusion of the current Overwatch League season, the teams will vote on an updated operating agreement. If the teams do not vote to continue, a termination fee of $6 million will be payable to each participating team entity, total fee of approximately $114 million. Total revenues from the Overwatch League comprise less than 1% of our consolidated net revenues. So Blizzard is now giving teams an out if they want to quit Overwatch League. Is this the end of Overwatch League? There are also some rumors around. For example, this tweet. Activision Blizzard has laid off a number of its esports staff. One former employee said the following in an anonymous discussion with Verge. I can only speculate that Activision Blizzard is closing its esports division. They may be able to keep a skeleton crew on to close out OEL and World Series of Warzone, but in my eyes, they are completely unequipped to support esports after that. We'll see. As far as I know, the majority of Overwatch League production is already run by third parties, so who knows what sort of arrangements Blizzard will be able to make with them, but overall, these esports leagues, this franchising model for esports leagues for Blizzard has not really worked out well, and we'll see. There are some reasons to be concerned if you're a fan of competitive Overwatch, for example. Also, another thing that you can spot if you look into numbers of monthly active users. In this quarter, June 30, 2023, monthly active users for Blizzard were 26 million. Right, and as you can see from here, March 31st it was 27, December 31st was 45, September 30 it was 31, June 30 it was 27. That is the lowest number. And to make matters worse, this number includes Diablo 4. This is monthly active users for a quarter, and the way they calculate this is that they add together the monthly active users of each month and then they divide that by 3. So Diablo has only had 1 month. It was launched in June, and we know that it had more than 10 million players. So that's 10 million divided by 3 to get its effect into this number. So this could be like 23 million, or depending on the rounding, it could be 22 million, would be the real number without Diablo 4 players. And 22 million would actually be what it was in the first quarter of 2022, and that is the lowest monthly active users number that Blizzard has ever had. So in that sense, if you discount the effect of Diablo, then Blizzard doesn't have that many players right now. It has fewer players than it has pretty much ever had. And how can it come down so much from December 31st, 2022? Well, in that quarter, they launched Overwatch 2, and they launched Dragonflight, and they also ended their business in China. So yeah, there's quite a few things that have been going on there. But still, outside of the Diablo 4 hype, Blizzard player numbers are not doing super great. So yeah, some good news, some bad news. At the very least, they still mentioned that Warcraft Arclight Rumble is in development. Game has not been cancelled. It's still being worked on. And also, there was no mention that Hearthstone would have lost a lot of players. So I suppose Hearthstone still exists as well. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.